Hello guys, welcome back to our YouTube channel. So today we bring to you Modupe Johnson aka Fali Werepe. When speaking of actresses, Victorian actresses and thespians in the Nollywood industry, the Yoruba sector, Fali Werepe is one of the people who stemmed the Nollywood industry we know today, that is the Yoruba sector. She has over 45 years of experience in acting. Guess what? She started right from when she left primary 6. It is safe to say that people of the old actually have more free hands than now. And this is contrary to what a lot of us grew up to know about our older ones. It is believed that the older generation don't have that free hand and that free will to decide on their own. It's either your parent is dictating for you and you have no right whatsoever to object to it. But most of the cases of people who started out as actors and actresses in the Nollywood industry, they started right at a very young age. Some started in primary school, some started in secondary school, and yes, they started with just stage play. And most of the time, they are not money oriented because of the passion they have for it. And so is the story of Fali Werepe, whose real name is Modupe Johnson. She's a veteran actress, she's a producer, and also a matriarch in the Yoruba movie industry. Yes, we give her that. She started theatre in 1973. She never planned to be an actress, but one of her friends decided that she should come along and just see how they act, and from there she made up her mind that she wanted to be an actress. She said in her words, "I started this theatre business in 1973. I never planned to be an actress. I got influenced by a friend of mine. She was into it. She called me and she said, 'Dupe, why don't you come along to watch us act?' And I followed her. At a point, I now told her, 'This acting thing you are doing, I also want to do it.' It was in Ebutemeta at Lisha B. Hall. My oga's name is Tunde Owoduni. That was how I was accepted, and I have been in it since then." She also went ahead to explain how her parents didn't like the idea, as she considered actors and actresses unserious and lazy people. There's one thing that Fali Werepe is always talking about, and she wished she did and finished up, was her education and her school. She said she left school when she was in primary school because at that time she didn't see education as anything. She now eventually said if only she knew things would be this good now, she would have gone back to school to read more. And at that time, she felt she could abandon education and go into theatre. In her words, and I quote, "If only I knew things would be good like this, I would have gone back to school to read more. At that time, I felt I should abandon education and go into the theatre. So I didn't see going to school as a big deal at that time. It was about theatre, so I stopped in primary 6. Fali Werepe even went ahead and as far as producing a movie that promoted education. Speaking of how she landed the name Fali Werepe, she played a role in a movie that had episodes called Bata Wahala. She was the last wife in 27 wives of the star actor Ote Bata Lorisile in the movie. And then she prepared herself well for the role and put all of her energy and her might in this. She said at the 13th episode, when she was supposed to leave, a lot of people, audience, cried that no, if Fali Werepe should leave this movie, then the remaining episode won't be as interesting as it had been from the beginning. And so they had to change the story, and then she had to continue playing that role, and this was what earned her the name till date. In fact, a lot of people didn't know she had a beautiful name as Modupe Johnson, but they would rather call her Fali Werepe. And she has since then been featured in several Yoruba movies. In 2018, she won the award of prestigious Movie Matriarch Recognition Award in the City People Award. And in 2019, she produced the Yoruba movie titled Okwano. She has before that time produced several movies to her credit. In recent times, she made rounds and went viral on social media when she came out and called on the organizers of Baby Niger to also reconsider older ones and create a show for big mamas as well. She said in her words, "I'm tired of the organizers of Big Brother Nigeria. They are just rolling out big money. The ongoing edition winner will take a whopping 90 million. They should consider doing for we the big mamas. If they do such, I will be glad and participate in it. So I will see money as well. I appeal to you in the name of God. talk to the organizers, let them do for the big mamas. She also went ahead and she spoke in the video in Yoruba, saying that she will do anything and everything, even if it means opening her body. She will do everything and her body is clean. I'll open body for them. We are talking about 90 million with a house. We want big mama, please. This was Fali Werepe. And yes, of course, this kind of video is expected to receive different kind of reactions from fans, followers, and people on social media. Some were of the opinion that yes, that's a good idea and initiative, and some people considered it a silly talk. While Modupe may regret that she didn't finish her education, she's still very much appreciative of where she is today, as she counts her blessings in numbers, and said even the same thing an educated person can achieve, she has achieved those things and even much more. Speaking of being outshined by the young and coming actresses, she said she has played her own part and she has done excellently well. She has earned a name for herself that can never go extinct. Just like we have Yarimbo, Yaboko, Lolai DJ, Madam Shaje, and the likes. Yes, they might be recreating themselves. There can only be one and each of every of these people, and the same thing goes for her as well. There can only be one Fali Werepe. She said in her words, and I quote, "I can't say one is outdated in stuff. You cannot be taken out of your own stuff. There will never be two Fali Werepe. There will never be two Iyaboko. There will never be two Imama Rainbow. You are what you are by the special grace of God." Yes, we reinvent ourselves because change is the one thing that will last a decade or a century. Speaking further about her education and if it had ever robbed her of success, she said, "Far from it, yes, I can say I still feel guilty that I didn't get a full education. But let me also tell you that nothing an educated person has gotten that I have not gotten through movie. Through acting, I have raised educated children and traveled all over. I have built houses, and when I say houses, I wouldn't like to say maybe one or two, but at least I am a landlady through my gift of acting. I have traveled to several countries of the world, and the last time I went to America, I was even making jest of myself, saying that if I had been more educated than this, what would have happened then? But the fact still remains that education is the best asset you can give a child. No matter how gifted the child is, you must give the education to that child. For me, maybe my rare creativity as an actress made some way for me. My peculiar nature, my peculiar creativity, and all that. But notwithstanding, I will always advise young people, especially the female girls, to go to school. Life changes every day, and education remains the only current that will pay your life bills." End quote. This was Fali Werepe encouraging younger ones to be educated. Well, there's no need to advertise who Fali Werepe is. We know she is talented, she's good at her craft, and she knows her onions well, regardless of her education background. Well, guys, there you have it. Do not forget to like, subscribe, or drop your comments in the comment section below. Thank you. Bye.